We're gonna set up our three different if statement here. So one if it's in progress, two if it's incomplete, and three if the status is completed. Then we need to switch to a different status, of course. So we're gonna do the first one here, just after the let we did before. So create your if statement. I'm just going to create the structure right now, so that's over or done. And in here we're going to use the selected order items to check if something is correct here. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab that, since this is set to the ID here that we did before, which is being passed along from up here somewhere. There we go. We're going to be using this, where is it? There we are, to do our check. So we already grabbed that one, so we're going to check what sort of status it is. Is it either 1 or 2 or 3? So that's what we're doing now. And we're going to check if it is in progress for the first one, right? Progress, did I spell that correctly? In progress. There we go. So that's the first conditional statement we created here. If this equals to progress, then we're going to do something with it. Now, if this is what's happening, then we need to contact the Firebase database, right? So what we want to do is we want to grab the orders, the database here, and do the doc like we have before. So we go into this one, and then we're going to check for the ID in there. What we want to do now, so we've done delete, and we did update, and not update, we did, I can't remember what the other ones were, but doesn't matter. What we're going to do now is we're not going to create something new like with an add or a delete. We're going to do an update. And in the update here, that should turn yellow, there we go, we need to pass in some information. We need to pass in a property or a key and a value, because that's how it's set up in here. So we have a key and we have a value. So it's super important that you add this to it. We can't just pass in complete, even though what we're checking up here is status, complete, and that's not right. Now I messed everything up, complete. We actually need to make sure that we're parsing in the information, the value and the key. So what we want to pass in and check for is the status, so like this. So we have status, and then we have our complete, and we need to pass it in as an object. So start your object here and end it just after the other one here. So we're passing in the object with the key value, so Google or Firebase or FireStore here actually knows where to do the change or do the update. Awesome. So that's the first one here, and since we're using FireStore, we're going to create our promise, and then we're setting this up to then. So if then, and then we do our federal notation and create this one here, and that's it. So this is the first one we have. Let's just make it like this, so it's a little bit small. This is the first if statement I have, and this will check if it's in progress, and if that is complete. That's actually the second one, and then for the next step it will be complete. So I'm just going to copy this one here, right, and do a there we go. So instead of having an if, we're going to do an else if, and we're still going to check on the status, but instead of checking on in progress, we're going to be checking on in complete, and that will go to in progress. If not, we'll fix it later. So this is the next one, and then we can just copy again. And the last one will just be, will also be an else if here. So else if it is complete. If we want to reset it, we can also do a double click, but whatever. We want to put this to, let's do an incomplete here. So that's the last one we still need. So this is our method, our switch method. And I can just see I forgot something up here in our, we're passing in the ID. We need to add that up here as well. So this is our switch state, and let's save this, and in the next couple of videos we're going to test to see if we did some errors and then update those, of course.